This coach's business was burning thousands of dollars a month in ad spend and barely booking calls. Now we've 4x their monthly revenue. Let's break it down. So the high ticket coach that I'm going to walk you through is a menopause coach. And I'm going to walk you through the offer here. And what you see on the screen is basically the before and after of their two funnels. And when I say funnel, I don't mean their pages and what the pages look like. I'm talking about the entire system that they're putting people through. As you can see, they offer a 2 to 4K high ticket offer. Before they were doing about 30K a month, 30 to 40K, very inconsistent lead quality, inconsistent lead flow, and they were only getting about a 2x return on ad spend. After, consistent 100K plus a month in revenue, consistent quality, consistent lead flow, and a good 8 to 10x return on ad spend. We took basically the same amount of ad spend, implemented some good ads, yes, but the biggest changes were happening in the backend nurture system. And let me set some context here, because there's a massive problem going on in the high ticket space right now. The old buyer journey is where most people are still stuck. Used to be back in the day, you could run an ad. And when I say back in the day, a year or two ago, okay, you could run an ad, go to a landing page, they opt in, they see a VSL, they book a call, or run an ad to Messenger, have a messaging conversation, they book a call same day. Does it happen sometimes? Sure. But a majority of the time, what's happening now is the new high ticket buyer journey. People are coming in, maybe they opt in, most of the time they don't. They go look at your social profile, maybe they get the lead magnet, they're on your email list, they don't do anything, they need to attend a webinar. There's so many more touch points that are needed. And that really was the problem that this coach was running into. They were running ads, okay? They also had organic. They were driving people direct to Messenger. Messengers were complaining that people wouldn't respond. People, the lead quality was bad. And the ones that were good, they would drive into their community. Now, this coach had a really, really strong community, which was saving them and allowing them to at least break even, get a little 2x return on ad spend. And their nurture consisted really of just email marketing, some social nurture, and they would do monthly reoffers. Okay. And that was pretty much it. So there was no wonder that they were struggling. What we did is I came in, audited the business top to bottom, and found some easy, quick wins. And so we just implemented a more thorough nurture system, a little bit more touch points with some of the different features, and then middle of funnel retargeting. If you're in the high ticket space, even if you're focused on organic, you've got to be doing some retargeting, some, your IG traffic, your page engagers, running ads to them, but to multiple touch points. And where does this come from? It comes from what I call the elite marketing ecosystem. And down below this video, you're going to see a link to come and join us in our Elite Marketer Academy. I've created an academy that walks you through how to master all the levels of this ecosystem. And guys, let me be very clear here. If you are not implementing this into your business, you are losing money. I mean, that's just the reality of it. How do I know? I've worked with 7, 8, 9, 10-figure brands, and I have helped them. Most recently, I helped a company go from $2 million to over $100 million in revenue by implementing this. Yes, you need a very strong offer. Yes, you need consistent traffic. Yes, you need good solid lead magnets. But what really converts people now in today's market is what I call the middle of the funnel. It's your marketing ecosystem. And I've created what I call the dual nurture marketing ecosystem. And there's two engines that go into this. There's a human engine, which is really critical, especially now more than ever, where people are skeptical and their trust is at an all-time low. But there's also an automation engine so that you can make your business more efficient. Down below this video, you'll see a link that you can go to. You can get more information about that. But that's what we implemented into her business, was just a few of these touch points. Now, we've been working with her for about a year, helped her generate hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue, which is fantastic. But we've barely scratched the surface of implementing the rest of that marketing ecosystem. So you don't need all of it. Okay, what you do need is some of it. And if you just looked at these and you said, okay, what if each one of these were a percentage of revenue? Let's just say, I think if you add all this up, that's about 70. If they were each 5% of additional revenue into your business, if you had all of these, you're looking at 75% more income or revenue. So, okay, let's be conservative. Let's say it's 50% more revenue that you're potentially missing out on by not having all of these. It doesn't mean you need to implement them all right away, especially if you're just starting out. But if you can implement a few, you can start to have a dramatic impact on your business. And that's what we did for this coach. More often than not, when I audit businesses, what I see is that they have holes in their bucket. Think of your business like a bucket. And the water that you're pouring into it is like the leads that you're generating, the ad spend that you're spending money on, the sales calls that you're booking. And the more holes that you have in your bucket, the more of that revenue leaks out, okay? So to optimize that, you want to plug those holes. So think of all of these middle of funnel, this nurture ecosystem, all the things that you're doing on the back end with your sales call nurture. All of these things are just patches. Okay, we're just patching those holes. Now, you're never going to be able to plug all of them. Billion-dollar brands have holes in their bucket. You're never going to be able to plug all of them, but you definitely need as many as you can get. And probably the most important are the multiple touch points. And that's really what changed for this offer and what I want to spend a little bit more time on. You see multiple lead magnets here, and it's coming farther down in the funnel. Like we're in the middle of funnel retargeting. Why are we doing that? Well, that's because the journey has changed. Right? If it were easy, like back in the old days, right? Someone comes in, they opt in, and then they book a call right away. That's great. But the buyer journey is so much longer now that you need multiple touch points. So what we did with this coach is we implemented multiple touch points. So retargeting to different lead magnets, different PDFs or, ebooks or quizzes, events, live events, webinars, automated webinars. We started implementing all of these things into her business. And what naturally starts to happen is we start to re-engage leads that are skeptical. And this is so critical. And it doesn't take a lot. Once you create something and you get it set up, especially the automation engine, okay, you've got courses, your email marketing. You should have a situation where someone, if they can text your company and call your company, you should be able to send them back a text. That's our missed call text back. Very, very popular. You should have SMS involved in your business. You should have a VSL that explains what you do. You should be using automation and automated webinars. They are not dead. Anyone that tells you that is crazy. You should have AI into your business, but that's only part of it. The human engine is just as important. You've got to be engaging with people personally in order to make this work on a large scale. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. Down below this video, you're going to see a link to Elite Marketer Academy. Come join us. It's very affordable. We've got not only a course that walks you through all of this, but also a community where you can come in, engage, and work with people that are on the same path that you're on. We'll see you in the next video.